2020. This video today is welcoming you back from spring break and reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, we got 6 weeks left. 6 weeks left of the school year. Seniors, that diploma's waiting for you. My 3 juniors, gonna be seniors. Life is going to be good, all right? So what's our plan for today? You're definitely going to need your computer and your notebook. We're gonna get into the 4th Amendment today. So today we'll take a look at where we've been, what we've covered, and where we're headed for the week. We only have 4 days of school this week, guys. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's Good Friday. In preparation for Easter. All right? All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's take a look at the question of the day. So, interesting. Why do I have the Men in Black, part 2, actually, cartoon, up there today? Well, you're gonna find that out. Because the question of the day is, if you could have any kind of musical talent, what would it be? Guys, you know I have no musical talent. Now, when I was in high school, I did play the clarinet, pretty good at it. And I sing really good when I'm by myself in the car. Otherwise, you guys have heard me sing. I don't have it. God did not give me the talent to sing, but I still sing loud and proud. So I wish I could sing, but there's something else that Will Smith can do, I wish I could do, and that's rap. And not just rap, but the noises he's able to make, the music he's able to produce just by who he is as a person, just opens his mouth and starts, oh my gosh. So I love this part on Men in Black 2, when he goes to the post office and he starts breaking it down to show Kay, his buddy, and he's actually working with aliens. So I got this video clip for you to take a look at together. Here we go.
Okay, C, express mail today. Kevin. Wow. Kevin, that's funny. You don't have like a Kevin. You don't remember me, but we used to work together. I never worked in a funeral home. Was something I can do for you, Slick? Okay, straight to the point. You are a former agent of a top secret organization that monitors extraterrestrials on Earth. We're the Men in Black. We have a situation and we need your help. There is a free mental health clinic at the corner of Lilac and East Valley. Next.
Excuse me.
Hey.
20 yard rack stamps, please.
Elizabeth, the United States Postal Service hasn't quite kept up with today's youth, but I can offer you some nice Berlin airlifts.
No.
Opera legends,
No.
American Samoa,
No.
Amish quilts. Hey, sweetie, I'm sorry. Got a world to save here. There was no coma. It was all a cover. Who are you? Question is, who are you? I'm the postmaster of Truro, Massachusetts, and I'm ordering you to leave these premises. Okay. All right, people, we have a breach. Farrell, cordon off this area. Billings, I'll have a full perimeter wipe down right here, right now. Okay. Farrell, get him up and escort all non-essential civilian personnel from this side immediately. Yes, sir. Listen to yourself, Kay. Who talks like that? Why do you think you're so comfortable here? Just about everybody who works in the post office is an alien. Lo sono.
as you can see, that is absolutely amazing. Will Smith I've always loved Will Smith. He's been a talent forever, and growing up watching him, I just really loved it. So ladies and gentlemen, I wish I had the talent that Will Smith has. I wish that was my musical talent, besides being able to sing. All right? Okay, so think about what do you wish your musical talent was. I know a lot of you are already talented, but if you could have more, what would it be? All right, let's go ahead and move on with our plan for today. All right. Oh. So guys, as you know, I'm still gonna be doing our YouTube video every day, like I told you, until the last day of school. So be expecting that. Even though I'm only gonna post one time this week because we only have 4 days of school, I'll still be doing a daily video. All right? Okay. All right, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to offer intentions for my students, for all of you, for Ryan Lee, for Nicole here at our school, for Kate at Gila Ridge, for world peace, for all your families, for your pets, for the human race, everyone around the world, and an end to this virus as soon as possible, for the Pope, for our YC community, and for any other intentions that you have right now. Please add them. God, we ask that you take all these intentions we brought to you. Please hold them close to you. Through you, all things are possible. We know that you can intercede and take care of everything. We love you. We have our trust and faith in you. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. My God, I give you this class. Please give me the grace to conduct myself during it in a manner most pleasing to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and move on. All right, we are looking to wrap up this unit. We should have our test by next week. So let's go ahead and go through our unit this week. But our learning goal, still the same. We are evaluating the concepts of our civil liberties. Also ties to civil rights. Dr. King, woo! I've loved him ever since I first knew about him as a child. Always been a huge supporter and lover of civil rights. And Dr. King led the way. God bless you, Dr. King. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is our plan for not just today, but for the week? It's right here. You will create a T-chart that analyzes personal privacy versus national security. What's more important to you, your privacy or national security? In addition, students will participate in an online debate. You did this already with the 8th Amendment. In regards to what is more important, like I just said, your personal privacy, or will you sacrifice some of your personal privacy, some of your rights, in the best interest of national security? That's the question. All right. It is motivational quote time. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 6 weeks. We got 6 weeks left. I know it's a strange time right now with what the world's going through. But 6 weeks, seniors, you get your diploma. 6 weeks, my juniors, you become seniors. This will end what is going on around us. You got to dig deep and you got to finish strong. All right? Let's do this. Here we go. Keep going, no matter what. Keep going, no matter what. Keep going, no matter what. Is that true? Ladies and gentlemen, of course it is. You gotta keep going. This is your time, our time. Let's get this done. There's no reason not to. If you've been struggling, now's the time to dig deep and get things done. Let's do it. You got this. I got you. All right? All right, let's move on. All right, so speaking of spring break, Sarah Figueroa, thank you so much for letting Pablo hang out by the pool. As you know, Pablo, the penguin, loves water. So Sarah and the Figueroa family, thank you for letting him get to his natural habitat as much as possible. Thank you. Looks like he had a great time. All right, let's review where we've been so far. Ladies and gentlemen, we've looked at the 8th Amendment. You wrote paragraphs about the 8th Amendment entitled to serial killers and decided should they have been put to death or not. You did an online debate. You guys did such a great job with that. You were so kind and considerate. Great facts. Now I can tell you that looking at all the votes, whether you're for or against the death penalty, out of all the classes, I would say 99.9% of you are in support of the death penalty. There are some of you that are not. And like I told you, don't ever compromise your beliefs. So I'm proud of you for sticking to your beliefs, but being able to explain them in a great way. And also, what I found about all of you was wonderful. And I'm not surprised, but you all listened to each other. One of you actually had your views changed by what somebody else said. I thought that was so cool that you really took in what they said and had a different perspective. Pretty awesome, okay? So the 8th Amendment, death penalty, cruel and unusual punishment amendment, we took a look at that. Also the First Amendment, talked about hate speech. Majority of you are definitely against hate speech, but again, there's many of you that said, Mrs. Miller, we have to preserve the First Amendment, hate speech at all costs, because what's next? You take away hate speech, what's next? I understand both sides of the argument. You guys did a great job there, all right? Also, we looked at freedom of religion. You did the lemon test. And I know a lot of us were scratching our head. What? We didn't necessarily agree with the decisions from the Supreme Court, but that's who they are. Their job is to interpret what's there. Doesn't mean we'll always agree with it. You all did a great job, and I appreciate the work you put into it. We also right to assemble, petition, and association. Those things should have been put into your notes. All right? So that's where we are, and this is where we're headed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at the 4th Amendment. This one's a big one. Let's take a look and see what it says. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, all right, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to the pre-Revolutionary War. The British violated the colonists all the time. Think back to the colonies, the royal colonies, how they were so controlled, the proprietary colonies. The charter colonies were just like, hey man, we got our own thing going. But the other two were pretty much controlled. The British could go into your homes. Remember the Quartering Act? They could hang out, whether you wanted to or not. They'd go in their houses and take what they wanted all the time. So the colonists were like, you will not be coming in my place doing anything in my home unless it's legally justified. Legally, not illegally, right? Shall not be violated, no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause. As a police officer, in order for me to get a warrant, I had to show the judge probable cause. I have reason to believe, I have evidence to believe that a crime had occurred. Okay? Very serious. You can't just get a search warrant unless you have enough evidence to support and convince a judge. You have to swear to it. Raise your right hand and swear. I remember one time, you usually go in front of the judge and swear out your search warrant. I remember the first time, it was after hours, it was like middle of the night, and so you do a telephonic when you call the judge, and it was so strange, because even though I wasn't in front of the judge, I was still on the phone with the judge, and I had to raise my right hand. So here I am, in the middle of the patrol area, raising my right hand on the phone. I was just like, this is cool, because you still have to go through and swear that everything you're giving is correct and legally justified. So I was always like, oh. And I was the only one there. It was interesting, okay? Supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. You have to be specific in what you're doing in that search warrant. You can't just be like a blanket search warrant. Well, I'm gonna go here at this place and do all these things. It has to be specific, all right? So that's the 4th Amendment. It's a big one, a huge one. It gets challenged all the time in court. So let's take a look and see what are we going to do with this 4th Amendment. Okay, this is a rundown of what you're doing this week. Pay attention, I have it numbered for you. This is what you're doing this entire week, ladies and gentlemen. This week is a light week when it comes to work, so I want you to be caught up in all your schoolwork and all your classes, and so taking things a little easy for you this week, all right? Here we go, number 1. Slide 13 and 14. Read what's on the slides, watch the movie trailer. We'll go through it together here in a minute. Number 2, create a T chart on the next available page of your notebook. I have an example on slide 15. You can make it look just like that or modify it however you want. Then research and write down at least 3 pros for why personal privacy is more important than national security. 3 pros for why national security is more important than personal privacy. All right. 3, go to Google Classroom and join the online debate in the assignment titled Personal Privacy versus National Security. Follow all instructions. It's just like you did before. Initial post and response post due Monday, April 13th, 2020 by midnight. You have a whole week to respond to the question and respond to another classmate, just like you did before. Extra credit for additional response post. I reserve the right to give extra credit if you want to go further and discussing this issue with more than one student. All right? All right, so let's see what else is next. So ladies and gentlemen, the question of this week is, what's more important to you? Personal privacy or national security? Think 9/11. Would you be willing to let the government, on occasion, listen in on your conversations on your phone? Be able to see your text messages, your Snapchat, your Instagram, Facebook, TikToks? Well, they can do that anyway. But would you allow that? Would you allow them just to come into your home and do things? What if by them doing all those things across the nation, they were able to stop 9/11? Stop future terrorist attacks? What is the cost of privacy? Is it national security? At the same time, it's a hard question to answer because your privacy is important to you. So I want you to think about that. NSA, National Security Agency, showing them, this is Unchained, all the things they're able to get into, computers, phones. This says chained, certain rules and regulations, so they can't do that. You have to get a search warrant, things like that. Search warrants take time. What if there is no time? Terrorism, privacy, that's the balance. It's hard, right? Okay, first slide I want you to read. Watch the trailer. This is Edward Snowden, true story. He was working for the NSA, the National Security Agency. He was a whistleblower. He found out that the NSA was doing mass surveillance, phones, videos, all these things of people without their knowledge. So he leaked that out to the public. Then he fled the United States. People saw him as a traitor. People saw him as a hero. It's up to you to decide. But read his biography here. Watch the movie trailer. That's number 1. Number 2 is right here. And while you're watching this, while you read this and watch the video, the movie trailer, think to yourself, was the government wrong to conduct surveillance on people without their knowledge? But I want you to think about this too. What if they were able to find out about terrorist information and stop an attack before it happened? Okay, I'm always going to play the devil's advocate here. Here's the next one. Again, what's more important to you? Personal privacy or national security? Boston Marathon bombing. Read the background of it. Watch the video. So Boston Marathon, 3 people died. They're right here, including an 8-year-old little boy. Again, what if the government was able to just listen in on conversations when they needed to, not just random, but people they suspected of possibly having terrorist ties, just be able to listen in on their conversations, put wiretaps on their phones, cameras in their house without a warrant. What if it saved lives? What if it stopped a terrorist attack? So I'm throwing things at you, so I want you to think about this, all right? So watch the movie trailer. Both movies are really good. Some of them have a lot of language in it, so that's something you need to talk to your parents about watching, but they're both true stories. Next thing I want you to do is draw this and the next available page of your notebook. You can modify this however you want. This is just my drawing. One side, pros, personal privacy over national security. You're going to research find 3 things that show personal privacy is more important than national security. Then the other side, find 3 things that show national security is more important than personal privacy. Just 3 things each. You don't have to cite your source, just do not use Wikipedia. You know this by now, not reliable. Anyone can go in there and put whatever they want, all right? When you're done, go to the assignment I spoke of in Google Classroom. You can use your chart, you can use knowledge from Snowden and Boston Marathon bombing to answer the question, but I want you to also use your personal knowledge. Do some research. Ladies and gentlemen, the Boston Marathon bombing and 9/11 aren't the only attacks we've had. We've had other things too. You can also look worldwide. Look worldwide. Look at Paris, London, so many places in Africa, in the Middle East, and other places. Terrorist attacks have happened. So you can look nationally, but don't be afraid to go worldwide, right? Okay. I'm here for you, whatever questions you have. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here for you. This is the only post today as far as information goes, but again, I'll still be doing my videos every day to remind you what you should be doing. All right? All right. From day one, I told you, when I started making these videos, this is how we're going to end. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe in you. I believe in the triumph of the human spirit. We will get through this together. There's many reports already of the virus infection rate declining. It's going to be okay. God has us. He always has. And he will pull us through. Keep the faith. I know I do. So, what I want you to do today, stay strong. Stay positive. And never give up. Stay strong. Stay positive and never give up. We got 6 weeks. 6 weeks next month. School is done. Ladies and gentlemen, I've loved you from day one. I miss you more than you will ever know. Oh my goodness, come on. Woo! All right, it's all good. Just know I miss you, I love you. And once all this quarantine is done, and I see you, get ready for a flying tackle hug. I brought a hug you for at least half an hour. Big old group hug. I love you, I pray that you and your family are safe. I'm here for you, always. I love you, God bless you. Make it a great day. Take care. Oh, sorry, I got excited just now.